They also knew that the player priority, the Mykhailo Mudryk priority, has always been Arsenal. So what happened? Hey guys, welcome back here on the channel. Fabrizio Romano with you as always to touch on many points and tell you all the details, all the secrets I have on the Mykhailo Mudryk deal. Because the deal is done, Mykhailo Mudryk will be new Chelsea player. We already said, here we go, it's the day of the medical, the contract signing, the player will be at Stamford Bridge, so everything is done. But let's jump into the details of this story. And so guys, what really happened behind of this Mykhailo Mudryk deal? A really crazy one, because Chelsea have been super fast in the process to close the deal, but also many things to clarify. And I want to start with Arsenal, because we know that Arsenal have been focused on this Mudryk deal for a long time. They wanted already Mudryk in the final days of the summer transfer window. They never made an official bid in the summer, but they were interested in the player. So he's always been one of the players in the list at Arsenal. Then they had 3 official bids rejected by Shakhtar Donetsk in December and January. The last official bid, submitted on Thursday, was a bid for 70 million euros guaranteed plus 25 million euros in add-ons. Was a very good bid, but Shakhtar said no. Then what happened, guys? That we know that Chelsea made this blitz, this mission to meet with Shakhtar in person, face-to-face. 3 people from Chelsea board to meet with Shakhtar, and then with the agents of the player. Everything happened in the same day, on Saturday, but also important to say that Chelsea also worked on this Mykhailo Mudryk deal behind the scenes for the past weeks, because they had the meeting. I told you, the director of Shakhtar, Dario Serna, was in London to speak to Chelsea. He was watching the Chelsea-Manchester City game from Todd Bowley box, so they had conversations, Chelsea and Shakhtar. But when they had that conversation 1 week ago, Chelsea was clear they were not prepared to pay 100 million euros. So this is why they had no intention to match the 100 million euros value for Mykhailo Mudryk, but they were really interested in the deal. They also knew that the player priority, the Mykhailo Mudryk priority, has always been Arsenal. So what happened? That Arsenal, when they knew about Chelsea mission to go and change their plan and match the 100 million euro value, Arsenal decided to be respectful with their self. So in this case, it's not about the player, it's not about the money, it's about the project. I think we have to say one thing. If Arsenal are now top of the league in Premier League, if their project is super attractive to many players in the world, if the club has completely changed in positive, of course, the strategy, is because this is really working. So, for example, Lisandro Martinez last summer was a target for Arsenal, but they decided not to go over what they wanted because the player was open to joining Manchester United. Dusan Vlahovic last January, Rafinha in the summer when he decided to go to Barcelona. Arsenal have always been in these negotiations, but always with an idea for the board, for the owners, and of course for the director, Edu Gaspar, and the manager, Mikel Arteta. So to go for players they want, of course Arsenal wanted Mudryk, he was a priority for them, and they were the priority for Mudryk, but Arsenal feel they did their best for Mykhailo Mudryk. It's not a regret, because of course they love the player, but from what I understand, Arsenal are really relaxed about the situation in a positive way, in the sense that they respect the situation on Chelsea side, but at the same point, what they did is their best. They offered 70 million euros plus 25 in add-ons. It's a lot of money. They had an agreement with the player. So Arsenal did their best. Then if Chelsea decided to go stronger on Mykhailo Mudryk, Arsenal did their best. They are not going to do crazy things, but it's not because of Mudryk or any other player, but because Arsenal want to be a different kind of club with a different kind of strategy and with also respecting the market values. It means that if in the future they will go for other players, it's because they never want to overpay. They want to pay the right money according to their valuation of the players. So Arsenal did their best, but they were not in panic when Chelsea decided to fly and go to meet and sign Mykhailo Mudryk. They said, we did our best. If the player wants to come, we are here and we are more than happy. If the situation is different, and so Chelsea will reach agreement with Shakhtar and then with the player, we did our best. So this is Arsenal philosophy. Let me say one thing. This is working because Arsenal have been almost perfect on the market in the last year and a half, how they changed the strategy, how they changed the vision. And so Arsenal decided to go also in this case with this kind of mentality. We are not going to do crazy things. We are going to do the best things and the right things for the club, for present and future. This is what I understand on Arsenal side, on Mykhailo Mudryk. On Chelsea side, of course, they're super excited because they've been working behind the scenes. But let me clarify one thing, guys. I think it's pretty clear to everyone that Chelsea, at the moment, are going with many changes on the market every single day. I think it's also normal because they are rebuilding the structure of the club, rebuilding the board, many new faces, new people into the club, but also they are a bit in a difficult situation on the pitch because of the results and also because of the injuries. So they are reacting to the market, but they are also changing sometimes their decisions because they feel they have to do something that maybe they were not contemplating. Joe Felix was a player they were interested in, but 2 weeks ago they didn't want to pay any big money for Joe Felix because of different kind of strategy. Then many injuries, Chelsea go and sign Joe Felix in 24 hours. For Mudryk, they decided to go very big because they feel he can be a starter for present and future. This is something that they decided to do in a different way because 1 week ago they were not prepared to pay 100 million euros, add-ons included. In this case, they decide to go and go very strong on the player. So go there, reach an agreement, and bring the player on a plane to London to complete the medical test and sign the contracts. So Chelsea are changing their mind many times. For example, with Enzo Fernandez, they had conversations with Benfica. They were prepared to negotiate on really important fee. Then they arrived to the meeting with Benfica, and Chelsea decided to make only one official bid, 85 million euros, turned down by Benfica, and they always wanted 120. So you can see how Chelsea sometimes change their position on the market. Also, Mudryk discussions with PSV, and then Marcus Thuram, a player they like for January. So they have many ideas, and many things are changing because of the Potter situation, the pitch situation, the injury situation. So the changes of Chelsea is something that is part of this January transfer window, but also part of a new club with new owners, with new board, with new technical director. Everything is changing around Chelsea, and so this is part of it. But Mykhailo Mudryk is a player they really wanted. I still remember when 3 weeks ago I said Chelsea are also interested in Mykhailo Mudryk, and many people were insulting me and saying, Fabrizio, you are just trying to drive the price up and this kind of stuff. I wanted to clarify also something about that in this video, because really when I see some stuff on social media, especially of course on Twitter, about this kind of stories, this kind of stupid, let me say, stupid stories about me driving up the price and this kind of things. Someone said it was fake, the story of Chelsea during the day going to meet with Shakhtar and with Mudryk to get the player because I just wanted to change the price. Guys, first thing, remember that this is illegal. This is absolutely illegal for me to get money or to work for clubs or for players. This is absolutely illegal, and I would never do that. I'm just doing my job. I'm just trying to get all the news I can, and in this case, Chelsea have been really in different kind of strategy, deciding to go and get the player, while Arsenal have been respectful with their vision and with their strategy, saying we do our best, but we don't want to overpay or to enter in crazy fights to sign players. We want players convinced about us, and we are fine with the players we have. So Arsenal have been really clear, Chelsea have their different kind of strategy, but really guys, for me, this is not the point, and I wanted to clarify about these stupid things that you have to understand that I'm just a normal guy trying to do the journalist and at my best every single day, and not changing any kind of story, because really, I don't care where the players go. For me, the all important stuff is to give you the best information possible. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on this Mudryk story. Many things happened, but now we have the club, Chelsea. So good luck to Mykhailo Mudryk. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like this video, turn on the notification bell. As always, subscribe to the channel. See you soon with Fab.